Kristian here, and I'm so excited to talk about our next superhero in the Bible, Queen Esther. Now, Queen Esther was an amazing queen, but do you even know what a queen does in a day? Maybe they wave in parades and say hello to people, or maybe they give to charities, give to the poor, or maybe they just sit in their throne and have a really cool crown. What did Queen Esther do that made her so super? Well, kids, Queen Esther, or Super Queen Esther as I call her, she saved thousands of her people, the Jews, from total annihilation. And she did it to restore God's kingdom because the Jews were God's chosen people. Now, Esther didn't have super strength like maybe Captain Marvel, and didn't have a really amazing sword like Wonder Woman. She had trust in God and obedience in the purpose that God had for her. That saved generations of Jews. Now, the book of Esther is an amazing 10 chapters that I'd love for you to read. I'm going to give us a brief summary of just how amazing Queen Esther was. Long ago, in a country called Persia, there was a king named Xerxes who was in search of a new queen for his kingdom. The king's staff scoured the land for all eligible women to be considered queen, including Esther, who was a Jew. Esther's cousin Mordecai, who was a leader in King Xerxes' palace, told Esther, "Do not tell anyone about your family or who your people are, and not even to say that they were cousins." Esther did not question Mordecai. She obeyed because she trusted what Mordecai said. Now, Esther was beautiful, kind, gracious. And in the Bible it says, "And everyone who saw Esther liked her, including the king." In no time, she was made queen of Persia, and the kingdom rejoiced. Soon after becoming queen, there was an evil leader in the kingdom named Haman, who wanted people to bow before him. When Mordecai refused to bow to him, Haman was very angry and devised a plan to have Mordecai killed by way of getting the king to sign a decree to annihilate all the Jews in the kingdom. When Mordecai found out about the decree, he was worried and went to Queen Esther to get her help to stop the decree. Queen Esther was scared because she was not allowed to see the king unless he requested her. Otherwise, she could be killed. But Mordecai reminded Esther that because she is a Jew, she and her family would not be safe if the decree was not removed, and that this may be the very reason God put her in the position of queen. Esther, Super Queen Esther, agreed to see the king no matter what. She prayed and she fasted, and that's how she got the courage to meet with the king. And guess what, kids? Not only did the king spare her life and let her meet with him, in Esther 5:3 it says, he responded by saying, "What is it, Queen Esther? What do you ask of me? I will give you as much as half of my kingdom." See, the king respected Esther, and because of all that Esther had done in trusting God, obeying Mordecai's direction, she was now able to share with the king that she was a Jew and that Haman's plan to annihilate the Jews was evil. The king not only had Haman killed, but also restored power to the Jews to defend themselves and prosper. Also, Mordecai was honored in the palace for all that he did for the king and became a famous leader in all the empire. All because Queen Esther lived in her purpose and had courage to stand up when the time was right in God's plan. So kids, our Super Queen Esther teaches all of us that we can do amazing, super things just by trusting God's word. So we can obey God, we can trust and obey our parents or trusted adults in our lives, trusted family, our teachers. And by having that trust and knowing that God's plan is working, we can change generations. Let's think about how we can do that this next week and show that we trust and obey so that God can get the glory and we can see the victory. Now, kids, I cannot leave without us doing a fun craft making crowns because we just talked about a queen. Are you all ready to do a craft with me? You'll need a couple items that I'll give you a second to grab. You'll need maybe 3 or 4 pieces of paper, some scissors, and some tape. I'll be right back and I'll be with you soon. All right, kids, I hope you have your paper, your scissors, and some tape. And I encourage any adults that can help with scissors, you are welcome to come into this space as well. So we're gonna make some really awesome paper crowns. You're gonna take a piece of paper, and what you're going to do first is you're going to do a fold, so we turn this rectangle into a square. You'll start with one of the points of the paper, and you're going to make a half triangle, or I guess a full triangle. This is a full triangle, yeah. I'm gonna make a triangle out of the paper. So you watch my fold, press down, so you'll probably have a little baby rectangle out of it. And then you are going to crease that fold. Captain Kristian didn't do the best fold, but it'll work. So you crease it, and then what you're going to do is you're going to use your scissors to cut away that other piece of paper. We want to keep this paper though because we need parts of it for our crown. And then you have this really awesome square. Once you have a square, you're going to fold it on the other side to make another triangle. And then once you do that, you're going to fold it hot dog style or hamburger style, and then you'll fold the other way, which will be another hot dog hamburger. Basically, we want to have all of the angles folded. Now, I have an example of what it's going to look like. So it should be fold, 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 lots of beautiful angles. And if you have this square ready, you are going to cut into 4s. So cut along those lines to make little tiny squares. You cut, and then you'll cut once more. So you'll cut all 4. I will do 1 so I can show you the example of how to make what's going to be our paper jewel for the crown. And then you'll repeat it 3 more times, or however many you want, because how many jewels? All the jewels. We love jewels for our crown. All right, now that we have our square, we're gonna do some really cool fold action. So I want you to watch closely. We will do a fold, kind of like a paper airplane. So we're gonna make another triangle along the middle crease on one side, and then you're going to do another crease on the other side. Ooh, I see our little jewel forming. All right, so we should now have what looks like a jewel. You are then going to fold this outer flap in, so it looks like a triangle. Very cool. And then one more fold, which for me, it looks like a little boat. Maybe a 1/4 of the way up, you'll do this fold. So it looks like a little float, a little hat, and this will serve as the flap for your crown strap. So like I said, you want to keep this rectangle piece, and you're going to cut it in half, and then you'll tape the sides together. So I have an example already. Came prepared. So you'll tape the straps up both sides, so one side after the other, and then you're going to use your jewel and place it in between your crown strap. Then you will tape our lovely jewel onto the strap so that it's nice and secure. You will tape the bottom part, and then you want to tape the top so that the jewel doesn't move. All right, we are almost there. So right now in the little unicorn crown, I'm gonna show you one that I did so you can see how it comes out. I think it looks pretty cool. Oh, wow, okay. So now we have our crown. Let's see, I think I'm gonna add one more strap here so that I can fit it on my head. Once you have all the jewels you want, so you're gonna repeat the process of making the jewel, taping it on, and do that a few times. You can add decorations, glitter, stickers. You will finally close the crown. So these final 2 straps, you're going to close them, and then you're going to use some tape. Actually, I'm gonna make that a little bit smaller. You're gonna use some tape to secure your crown. Oh, I am excited. I love a good crown. Okay. Oh, wow. I have this beautiful crown. It looks so good, don't you think? I think I am ready to advance from Captain Kristian to Queen Kristian. I hope you all enjoy your crowns as well, and feel free to wear it around the house. But remember, you are not the king or queen that just waves around. You're the super king or queen who will do a good work and follow God's plan. Well, thank you all so much for being with me. I look forward to seeing you soon, whether it be in person or on YouTube. Bye.